Hello. I'm going to give a quick overview about how the build script works for the TitilliumWeb variable font repo. So you can see here, this is the whole structure of the repo. We have our sources directory, which has the build script, the README, the two source files, and a requirements file. We have the font outputs folder and a basic specimen done with Drawbot in the docs folder. And then all the authors, contributors, OFL, and README. So the way this is designed to work is that most of the things in the docs and fonts are built and updated automatically using a build script. And that is done from the root directory of the repo. We want to run Python 3 sources and then build.py. So let's run that. And so it does some interesting stuff. I set it up so you don't need to hard code any of the font names into the build script. It just goes through the source repo and it does like basic parsing of what's in there, and it gives you a list of the styles and the sources it's preparing to build. And then one by one, it'll go, no matter how many fonts you have in the source, or how many source files you have in the source repo, it'll go through and just build each one of them, and then apply all the changes and fixes that are needed, and move them to the fonts folder. Give it a second, and there we go. Great, and then so after Drawbot runs, then everything's run. So if we do a get status, we'll see that the specimen and so after running the script, we'll see the specimen and both the output fonts have been updated. And then we're back. Okay. Okay, so let me really quick just go over what the build script looks like. So it's just a pretty simple Python script. You can see everything's set up in, like, each thing is its own method, and then at the end you call each method. And so that makes it really easy. We can just, to leave out something, you can just comment it out here. Okay, so the first thing it does is it just checks to make sure that it's running from the root directory of the repo. I'll give you an error if it's not. Let's see. Next, it uses glob to get a list of all the source files. And here, it kind of pulls the styles out of the source list. And then here, it's running font make, and so you're doing like a sub-process call, so you can set all your font make flags here. And I've got, this one is sending all the output to dev null, but you could uncomment this, and it would give you like the full information of what's happening. And I think eventually I'll have to update this so it uses argparse, so you could maybe give it a flag telling like how verbose you want the output to be. That would be a way better solution. I should actually do that. That wouldn't be that much work. And then so now it takes all the build directories, removes them. It does TTF auto hint, and so here I have there's kind of a pretty involved TTF auto hint that was used for Cairo, which is what these source files were forked from. So I'm doing about what was done with TTF auto hint with Cairo. Here we use GF tools to add a desig table, and then we render the specimen with drawbot. And so drawbot is, of course, installed as a module. Okay, so that's a basic tour of the build script. And the thing that I think is really cool about it is, let's see, we can basically do all our work in glyphs, and then running that one command from the root directory does most of the work we'll need to do. And I think this is good because it's a way of like documenting everything that I do in this repo. So there's no commands that I'm just running on my own computer to work with this repo that aren't in the build script, which I think is really nice. And the other good thing is it lets you automatically build specimens. Let me demo that really quick. Okay, so we'll see that we have in the docs directory a drawbot sources directory, and we have the basic specimen. And so what this is a drawbot file that makes a specimen. So I have that open here. So we might do something like if we want to take away the box elements, so we could go. So we've commented this out. And now let's run the specimen. So now you'll notice the box elements are gone. And uncomment that. Run the specimen again. And what I'm doing here is I'm running write, pipe, and then running Python to render the drawbot page, which works because drawbot's installed as a module. Do that again, and now we have boxes. So the really cool thing about this is, say we go over to glyphs, and we have this F up in the corner. Let's maybe make a change. So we'll do this. And we'll save that. Oops. Sure, we'll save it. And so now if we do build script again, it should, so it'll take the source file, render the fonts, or compile the fonts to TTFs, do all this stuff, and then render the specimen, and the specimen should update. So I guess the goal of this is to start making like more detailed specimens with LaTeX, or like more detailed drawbot specimens, and then doing this process, every single specimen would update. Let's see. You can see here's that. This is still running. Finishing up. Running drawbot. And we got a weird F up in the corner. So it's automatically updated. Let's go back here. Undo that. And save it. Run this again. And yeah, so this is about, I'm just gonna make sure that the weird F gets reset, but that's about it. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'm noticing now that there are a lot of really interesting things I could do with adding flags to this. Like I could have, to speed this up, I could have had a flag that disables the italic. All right, it's fixed. And I can do GS, and let's just get stash all these. All right, well, that's it. So thank you for watching.